Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Good Will Hunting. And this movie came out in 1997, directed by Gus Van Sant, the same director as the Psycho remake that came out a year later. And this movie stars Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Robin Williams is in it too, and as well as Casey Affleck. And I've seen this movie before, and the first time I watched it, I honestly didn't really get much out of it, and it was just kind of a disposable, forgettable movie to me at the time. And that would have been like 5 years ago. But rewatching it, I feel as though I got more out of it this time. And while I don't think it's a masterpiece by any means, I do feel as though there's plenty of things going for it that really helped out my experience. Like, for one, I did not think that the music was bad in this film. And the composer was Danny Elfman, for those who don't know. And I usually like the music that he composes, especially in this time frame. And I thought the performances were pretty good as well. And I believe this was responsible for launching Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's careers. I don't know the full story behind that, but I believe that's pretty much what people say about it, and I think that's pretty cool. And I do think that the movie looks good for the most part. I feel as though it's well shot, despite not having really much style to it, or nothing that I really picked up on in terms of style, but I didn't feel as though it looked bad at any point. For the most part, I'll get into that later. I do feel as though the characters were very likable, and I like the character dynamics also in this movie. That also is something that brings this movie up a lot. And I do like where the story goes in this film. I think it's a good story that's compelling and interesting, and it's not too complicated, and it's not going in places that just goes nowhere. There are things that they do with the story that really work for me. And also, surprisingly, this is a film that had some drama, like, throughout the film. Not drama behind the scenes. That's not what I'm talking about. But none of the drama felt forced to me, which is really great, because so many movies fall into this category of, like, okay, we need a second act low point or some drama in this story, so let's just throw in some drama so it makes things more compelling, because a story has to have drama in it, and more often than not, it just feels forced and came out of nowhere. Whereas in this movie, it felt natural. Like, okay, that makes sense for there to be drama, because it's the characters in which they're written and what the movie is exploring. It makes sense. And I should also mention the professor character played by Delian Skarsgård, if I pronounced his name correctly. For some reason, and this is not a negative against the film, this is just something that always stood out to me and just popped into my head constantly, but he kind of reminds me of Christopher Nolan, just the way he looks in this film. It might just be a me thing, but that's just what I think of whenever I see him in this movie. And my only real issue in this movie would be the action in this movie, which is very brief and not much of the movie, but it's just not very well filmed. Like, close-ups combined with slow motion, and luckily this is a film where it uses slow motion and it's like planned out for that to happen, instead of just artificially slowing things down where you just have less frames. Like, they actually shot it in a high frame rate, and you can tell. And that I like about it, but unfortunately, the way it's done in the film, it just felt way too goofy to me, and I just felt as though it dragged the movie down, honestly. And there was a couple moments in this movie where I felt like that didn't need to happen, or that could have been taken out completely, and the movie would be just a little bit better for me. And there wasn't really too much in this movie in the second half that was noteworthy to me. It was mostly decent and enjoyable or passable, and I thought the movie was good. I didn't really have many complaints with it, and when it was over, I was like, wow, that's done. Like, 2 hours, just gone. I didn't feel the runtime, and I liked the movie overall, so I would recommend that you check this movie out. I imagine you've already have seen it or at least have heard about it because it's a pretty iconic movie, honestly. And the first time I watched it, I thought it was just average and something that I would probably never watch again. But this time I enjoyed it a lot more, like 5 years later or something. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Good Will Hunting a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Good Will Hunting, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Weathering with You. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.